Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make the earrings and bracelet to go along with this necklace using products from the May 2022 edition of the Bargain Bead Box. But first of all, our encouraging word for today is success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. And I laughed at that one because that is so true. I thought it was very funny. Okay, so here's the necklace. I will link it in the description box below, the tutorial for it, if you would like to make it. These are products from the Bargain Bead Box, which is a monthly beading subscription service, delivered straight to your door for $19.98 a month, and this month it says that the value was $65. So if you're interested in subscribing, I will put a link in the description box below this video. If you do subscribe, you get a 30% off coupon to use in their sister store, and their sister store has great prices, and a lot of these products will become available in their sister store when they are done with, you know, the box goes out to everybody and everything. So I want to get some more of these flower beads, like 50 million more of them. I love them. But today we're going to make the necklace and earrings. And I do have a coupon code, so if you want to subscribe, Wendy2 will get you $2 off of your first month's box. Or Wendy2 will get you $2 off of your first purchase in their store. If you don't want to subscribe, you just want to shop there. But you can only use the coupon once. Okay? Alright, so first thing we're going to do is make these earrings. These are super simple and quick. That's why I'm combining the video, because the earring video would not be enough to make anything happen. It'd just be way too slow. So we're going to do both of these. So let me see here how I had this set up. I cannot remember. I think it was like this. Okay. All right. So you're going to need your wires of your choice. I am using fish hooks. You're going to need some of the bicones from this month's box. I'm using 4. You're going to need 2 of these quartz beads, 2 of these little disc beads, 2 bead caps, and 2 of these little branch links, and 2 eye pins. That should be all you're going to need. Nope, I lied. You're going to need 2 ball head pins. If you don't have ball head pins, you can use regular head pins, not a biggie. It does not matter. I'm only using these little ball head pins because I can make a good, little wire wrap with them, and that's what I want to do. And if you notice, the head pins I just pulled out here are antique bronze. I don't have many copper ball head pins. I was looking for some fancier copper ear wires, and apparently I don't buy anything in copper, even though I love it. So I'm going to have to start. But if you don't have copper, the antique bronze is so close, nobody's going to notice if you use, you know, a minimal amount of it, or even rose gold. I used rose gold on this necklace in certain spots. See this? I didn't have rose gold crimps or wire guards, so I used them on here. And with copper, it's so close to rose gold and antique bronze, really, that if you don't have everything in copper, don't let that stop you. Just go ahead, pull out what you've got. Now, silver I wouldn't use with it, but even like a light gold, it's just, you know, if it's a small amount, it's not going to make a huge difference, okay? That's just me. So if you disagree, don't say so, because I don't care. It's still the way I feel about it. It's not going to change my mind. Let me put it that way. I do care, but it's not going to change my mind. So, but you know, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. Nobody's going to look at these earrings and go, oh my God, she used antique bronze ball head pins. They're just not going to. So, all right. So to get started, here is what we're going to do. We're going to make a dangle for each one of these guys with our ball head pin. So to do that, I'm just putting it on the head pin. I'm bending this little dangle 90 degrees. I am going to go with my round nose pliers and grab on the bend, and then I'm going up and over. I'm going to rotate my plier up. It was horizontal. It's got to go vertical. Okay, I'm going to go just a little bit bigger in that. Okay, and then I'm coming around. Now, I'm not going to close this yet because I want to insert this right on the end of this little branch link. So I'm just going to stick it right on there. Then I'm going to grab where these wires cross here in the little loop I made, and I'm just going to do a messy wrap. Okay? And that is my little antique bronze ball head pin, and when you look at this, you can't even tell. Even though I did a messy wrap, which is bigger than just making a loop, still, I mean, it's just not that noticeable. So don't let that stop you. If you don't have a certain thing and a certain metal, just find something close. It'll be okay. Up and over and around, same thing. Gonna insert it right on the end here of my branch link. And then I'm gonna grab this in the bend or where the wires crisscross and wrap. If your ball head pin is thin enough, you can do this with your fingers. If it's a thicker one, you may need to use your pliers, but mine are pretty thin. And I'm going to trim that right off. Okay, so there's our two little branch links. Now we're going to take our eye pins, and I am going to put this bead on. I'm going to put this bead facing down, or the bead cap facing down. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do the bead cap facing up? I want to do it facing up, because it's going to make it look more like a little flower. Yep, just like that. And then I'm going to do my little bicone on the top. And then I'm going to make a regular loop. I don't have enough left over here really to do a good wrapped loop. It's just these head pins weren't real big. So I'm just going to make a regular loop. I'm going to roll this right back. Now, if you want, you can hook this on with actually, if you want it to hang right, you're going to want to hook it on with a jump ring. A very small jump ring. I have some little 4mm guys. I actually have some even smaller ones if I can. Yeah, here they are. Check that guy out. He is teeny weeny. I don't even know. I know I've got another one in here. All of my little jump rings are in the same container. Those guys right there are so tiny. These are like 2mm. But I'm going to go ahead and hook it on with this. Now, if you didn't want to hook it on with a jump ring and you want it to hang correctly, you can always rotate this eye pin, but I'm just going to hook it on with that jump ring. So, do the other one. We're going to put on our light lavender little coin bead, bead cap, quartz bead. There's the hole on that. There we go. Okay, and our bicone. Bend this 90 degrees. Again, just roll back a small loop. So I have filmed like, I think this is my 6th video today. I'm going out of town on Saturday. I'm going home to West Virginia to see my family. I haven't seen them since Christmas, so I'm super excited. And my dad's been very sick in the hospital, so I really want to go home and see him. I haven't seen my boys since Christmas, and I miss them terribly. My little niece, who came and stayed with me last year, if you all remember, she's excited, and we're going to be making some stuff, so I get to see my aunt and uncle, who I haven't seen since Christmas, and I miss them terribly. They're moving to Florida, but they're not here yet. They're going to be in Edgewater, which is very close to me, and I'm so excited. But yeah, I get to go home on Saturday, so I'm trying to get a bunch of videos filmed. So there are our little earrings. Super cute, and they match this necklace perfectly. So we're going to work on the bracelet. Now let me show you what you need for it. This bracelet's very simple. Let me pull this stuff over here. It's in a big heap. I've had this all laid out on my table. Okay, so here's what you're going to need for the bracelet. You're going to need this connector. You're going to need some of the dark quartz beads. You're going to need a toggle. And I'm going to be using some of the light and the dark coin beads. A few of the bicones. I may end up pulling out some more. I have stuff sitting here. So a few of the bicones, and then you're going to need 4 wire guards and 4 crimp tubes or crimp beads. I'm using 2x2 crimp tubes, 5mm wire guards, And I think that's it. All right, and I am going to pull out some of the bead caps as well. Okay, so here's what we've got. And you probably are going to need a couple jump rings too, but we'll get to that here in just a second. All right, trying to move some things off the screen. Okay. Oh, and you're going to need some tiger tail. And I have Beadalon 7 strand in, what color is this? It looks like copper. Is it bronze? It says bronze, I think. In bronze color. Yeah, it really does not look bronze. So there you go. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our little flower component here like we did on this. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and attach this straight to the little loop by doing a wire guardian. So I'm going to take my crimp bead, put it on, go up the first channel in my wire guardian and down the second one, and don't put it back through your crimp bead yet. Okay, now we're going to attach it straight to this little guy right here. Okay, and then we're going to go back through our crimp bead. All right, I'm going to pull that up a little. I don't want to waste too much of the wire. Now, I'm trying to make sure that my wires aren't crossed. It's not a huge deal, but I like to when I can. Now, when we get to the other end of this, it'll be a little harder to do because you'll have beads in the way, but while I can do it, I try to. So I'm just grabbing my crimp tube in my pliers, pulling everything tight and mashing that down. Then I'm rotating vertically and closing it up in the little divots up here. Okay, so there it is. Now I'm going to cut this tiger tail. No, I'm not. I'm going to get another piece. I know I don't need a piece that long, but I'm afraid I won't. I have this fear of not having enough wire and running out and then not being able to finish my project or whatever. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I cut another piece. I can always use the little pieces if I have little pieces that I have left over here. I use them on tassels, or, you know, there's all kinds of different things you can do with them, but I definitely want to make sure I have enough. All right, we're inserting this right on. Going to put our crimp bead over both wires. Going to make sure we don't have anything crossed in there, or do our best to. I think I do, actually. Do I have them crossed? There we go. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't think I do. Okay. And then we're going to crimp it down. Turn it vertically and close the little crimp. And there you have it. Alrighty. Now let's set these aside for just a minute. So what we're going to do first is our little bicone. Then we're going to use the light lavender coin bead. You can bead this up however you want. You do not have to do it like I'm doing it, but this is just how I think it looks good. For me, I'm going to do the bead cap facing away from the coin bead that I just put on. Then I'm going to do the quartz bead. Then I'm going to do the bicone. Just like that. And I feel like it makes this little flower element. So I'm going to do the same exact thing now. So I've got my bicone. I'm going to go with the lavender bead, the darker one. The bead cap facing away from that lavender bead. Those two bead caps are stuck together. Okay, here we go. And the quartz bead. And the bicone. Okay, so just like that. I'm going to repeat the light lavender again. The bead cap. Whoops. The quartz bead. And the bicone. Now, I need to measure. I have got so far 4 inches. Now, my wrist is not 8 inches long, okay? So if I do another 4 inches on this, well, that's counting the flower. So let me go ahead and bead up this other side, what I've already got on here. So we'll do the bicone, and then I'll measure the whole thing. I have a tiny wrist, and I don't like loose bracelets. So I have to be careful. Lavender bead. Bead cap. Quartz bead. Bicone. Dark lavender bead. Bead cap. Quartz bead. Bicone. Light lavender bead. These bead caps are stuck together. Will they come undone? I don't know. Yep, they sure will. Bead cap. And quartz bead. And then our other bicone. And then let's measure and see how long this is. Okay. Scoot everything down. And it's almost 7 inches, so I definitely need to finish it now. So that's as far as I'm going to be able to go with my beads. And so I am going to grab up my toggle bar and ring and my crimp bead. I'm going to put the wire guardian on. Go up and around on the wire guardian. But don't go back through your crimp bead yet. Okay, and then I'm just going to insert my toggle clasp, my ring, right on there. Okay, and then I'm going back down through my crimp bead. And a couple of other beads, and I just poke it down through there, and usually wherever it comes out is where I pull it out. There we go. Came out between the light lavender and the bicone, and then I'm just pulling it tight. Now, you don't want to pull this tight to where it looks unnatural, okay? Don't be like, you know, poker straight on it, but you don't want a lot of space between your beads either, so just, you know, pull it as tight as you can get it without it looking weird. And then we're just going to crimp. Now, here's where I was talking about it's kind of hard to see if your wires are crossed or not, and you really can't tell when you get to this part, so I just do the best I can. Okay, there's the one side. We will trim that off. Maybe we will. I definitely am not having very sharp cutters these days. There we go. Okay, now the other side, same thing. Our wire, or our crimp, wire guard, go back down through your wire guard, not back through your crimp, it wanted to. Then we're going to put our toggle bar. Now, before I crimp this up, I'm going to put my toggle bar on here. Okay, and I'm going to make sure, number one, that this bracelet's going to fit. It's not going to be too long or too short, I mean. And it's definitely not, it fits perfect. But I need to make sure that my bar will go through my ring. So let's make sure. Because sometimes, and it does, sometimes if you have too big of a bead here behind your bar, you can't get it through your ring. So be careful about that, just in the future. But it doesn't seem to be a problem here. Okay, went back down through my wire guard. Gonna go right back down through my crimp bead. Come on now. And poke it on down, see where it comes out. There we go. Pull tight. I like to lay everything out, make sure that it's looking good. Okay, and then we're going to crimp. What have I got going on here? Is that in my plier? There we go. It's like it won't go down. Okay, and then we turn this vertical, and we're going to crimp it that way as well. Okay, trim it off. And here we have our little necklace, good Lord, little bracelet to match our necklace and earring set. So what do you guys think about it? I think it turned out pretty. And I know I did not like these green beads in the beginning, but they've grown on me. They do look really pretty with this purple. So I hope this fits. I do not normally, well, sometimes I can get a toggle on by myself. I can tell it's going to, though. There we go. Yeah, it's not too big. It's a little loose, but not anything crazy. So it should be just fine. And I like it. I think it turned out really good. What do you guys think? Do you like the set? I'd be interested to know your opinion. So there it is. There's the bracelet, the earrings, and the necklace. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up if you like this content. It really does help me out on YouTube's algorithms. And I have a ton of people watching that are not subscribers. I can see that in my, when I look at my YouTube dashboard. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. It doesn't cost a single thing. And, you know, it helps me out so much. But also you need to ring the bell if you want to know when I upload videos, because if you don't ring that bell, it won't tell you. So a lot of these things that I do that are sets, if you don't have that bell rung, it's below when you subscribe. It gives you the option to ring the bell. If you haven't done that, then you're not going to know when I upload the videos. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, I will have all the information for Bargain Bead Box in the description box below this video if you're interested in subscribing. Again, the coupon code is Wendy2. And I'm going to get off here and get some other stuff done, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. What are you doing, Sadie? You blend in with the floor. You know it? I can't hardly see you. You're incognito in the bead room now. What you doing? Where's your toy? Where's your bone? Where's your piggy ear? Where's your piggy ear at? Did you eat the whole thing? Oh. You really want one, don't you? Okay, let's go get one. Okay. Sit down. Sit. Sit. I have a piggy ear. Oh, wait a minute. Sit down. I'm showing it to everybody. All right, ready? Sit down. Sit. Sadie Sue. Sit. Here it comes. Oh my goodness. Where are you going with it? Oh, on the bed underneath there. She's going to bury it with her nose. You going to bury it with your nose, Sadie? Huh? What you doing with it? I see it. Oh, you're going to just, no? You saving it for later? No, she's going to eat it now. Okay.